Hi, welcome to Miss Emma MM. Today I'm going to be continuing my series of the best Simpsons episodes by season. And what I am doing is 5 episodes per season. And I originally wrote this a while ago, like I said. So it's kind of a neat little review that I'm going back and checking out, some of my favorite episodes. So, this season it started airing in 1991, and there were 24 episodes. It's a little difficult to pick 9, especially when a lot of best of list of The Simpsons actually list other episodes from this season that I didn't include. So my 5th favorite episode of season 3 is Like Father, Like Clown, and I think this is just because it's like a major Krusty-centric episode, and I used to be really big on Krusty. I mean, of course I'm still a fan of Krusty, but in the earlier years of The Simpsons, they didn't focus on him as much, so it was really cool when they did like a whole episode around him. And the kids Bart and Lisa find out that Krusty is estranged from his father, who happens to be a rabbi, and they just want to get them back together, so they can spend quality time together. So that's pretty interesting. My 4th favorite episode, and that was episode 3-6, Like Father, Like Clown. So my 4th favorite episode is the 20th episode of season 3, Colonel Homer. This is a classic. They even made, when they were making all the action figures and stuff, they even made a Lurleen one. So what happens is Bart and Marge are in a fight. Not Bart and Marge, Homer and Marge are in a fight. And Homer goes to a bar and he sees this country singer singing. And he becomes her manager, which is really weird. And the girl falls in love with him. And he doesn't even notice. So Lurleen is played by Beverly D'Angelo, who is a great actress, and I grew up watching her in like the National Lampoon movies as the mother. Just beautiful and wonderful, and it's a weird episode, but I've always been a fan. Okay, my 3rd favorite of season 3 is the 16th episode, Bart the Lover. I kept waiting for this to show up because I was like, I know I would have this on my list, and I kept thinking it was in the 1st or 2nd season, but no, it's this one. This is actually the one where Bart gets in trouble at school, as per usual, and Mrs. Krabappel gives him a month of detention. Well, to get back at her, he actually writes her personal ad back. She puts a personal ad, like, in the newspaper, and he writes back with, like, a picture. I can't remember if it's, like, an actor's picture or a picture that came in a photo frame, but he writes back and signs this picture of this guy, and is, like, seducing the teacher, which is really weird. And he eventually, learns that this is not the way to go, and you need to be, like, compassionate towards other people. But definitely a really good one. And so here we go. The 2nd episode that's my favorite, my 2nd favorite of season 3 is actually the 7th episode, which is, of course, the 2nd Treehouse of Horror. And I think I mentioned in the other video, because these started in the 2nd season, you're going to see a lot of Treehouse of Horror on my list, because I just love them. So this one is actually, whenever Bart, Lisa, and Homer all eat too much candy, and these are their nightmares. And one of my absolute favorites is actually Lisa's, which is the monkey's paw. And it's a monkey's paw that it grants your wishes, but of course it's kind of like a genie in that it grants them in a really messed up way. So bad things will happen to you, like as a comeuppance. So that's always been one of my favorites. Bart's nightmare is the Bart Zone, and this is a takeoff of It's a Good Life, which is a Twilight Zone episode, and it's just that he can read, like, the thoughts of everybody in town, so everybody has to think happy thoughts and think he's great and everything, or else he, like, turns them into weird objects. It's just a crazy one. Homer's is If I Only Had a Brain, and it is a takeoff of, I believe, it's the 1931 Frankenstein movie, but I've never noticed it being that. I guess I just don't pay attention. No, but I just always thought it's like a classic thing that it's Mr. Burns actually takes his brain and puts it into a robot, which is pretty screwed up. So that's the 2nd favorite episode. And my 1st, which is so famous they even have a drink, although non-alcoholic. Why? At Universal Studios, and that is Flaming Moe's, episode 10 of season 3. And Flaming Moe's is actually because Homer invents a flaming Homer. And what happens is, he's at the bar, like, hanging out with his buddies, and Moe's bartender. And he's talking about how one night when he needed a drink at his house, a cocktail, that he was going through, like, everything in the cupboards. And he was using, like, odds and ends of stuff. And there just happened to be some, like, cough syrup of the kids left in there, and he threw that in, too. And that was kind of like the secret ingredient to make this crazy good cocktail. And then Moe starts serving them, tells everybody it's his invention, and renames the bar Flaming Moe's. And I do believe that's the first time that they renamed the bar and changed the whole layout of Moe's bar. And that became something that they used as a plot point in many future episodes. And then they even recognized that it was kind of silly that they'd done it so much. So I remember there was an episode where he shows, like, all the things of the bar, all the makeovers, and it's like 20 different ones. And, so good. But anyway, yeah, so it's pretty cool. And Aerosmith guest stars on that episode. But, like I said, it's always hard to choose, especially when there's over 20 episodes in every season except the first, to pick just 5. But those are some that I believe are really awesome. If you want to know how to watch The Simpsons, well, the thing is that you can watch the new season. If you want to watch it streaming, you don't want to buy DVDs, you can watch the new season streaming on Hulu. And, but that's only the new season, and then, like, clips from older episodes. Or if you want to watch the whole season, you have to buy it from Amazon, and that would be for Amazon streaming. And, then you would own it, you could watch it whenever you wanted. I'm going to put links below for those, so you can actually go get it if you want to. And that's just because, and they stopped selling DVDs after a certain point. You can still buy season 3 on DVD, though. But, that's just because of licensing and how they, sold all the rerun rights to FX or FXX or whatever. So, thank you for joining me. That is my list of Season 3 of the best Simpsons episodes. I will be back with Season 4, and I will be going all the way up to the current season. So please come back, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite episodes of Season 3 are, and let me know what you think Season 4's best episodes are. And this is for VEDA. I'm trying to do the vlog every day in April. I have not been perfect, but I've been vlogging a lot more than usual, so I will be continuing that.